Welcome back to another QB Spotlight Breakdown. Today we're going to talk about how Anthony Richardson can or could potentially fit into Billy Napier's offense at Florida. And again, I'm not going to break down the current quarterback competition. For the sake of the video, we're just going to talk about Anthony Richardson and what Napier expects from the quarterback. We'll have competition videos out down the road once spring ball gets going. So first, we're going to talk about Billy Napier's offense. Just real briefly, surface level stuff. One, establish the run. Okay, they want to get the run game going. If you watch all the games at Louisiana or the past 4 years at Louisiana, I believe he was at. They were at a 55% run, 45% pass at least every season. With some of those seasons pushing 60% run, right? So they want to establish the run. You'll see a lot of two tight end looks, and so from those two tight end looks, they have more guys to block the defenders in the box, and two, that helps set up some play action passes, right? So from the quarterback position, once the run is established through different schemes and different types of runs, then you see some play actions from the quarterback position. You also see the Louisiana utilize their tight ends. That's something Florida's done a lot the past few years, but I expect that to happen again this year. And the utilizing a tight end can really be friendly for the quarterback, makes easier throws, makes throwing down the middle easier, and just having that option there, and especially when you have two tight ends and like a 12 personnel, that can be very quarterback friendly, right? The other big thing you'll see for the quarterbacks or for the offense is a lot of motion, a lot of movement that's trying to get defenders out of position, and that as well can help the quarterback. So usually in Napier's offense or any offense that's getting a lot of motion and movement going on, once the quarterback has one or two reads down, usually as the quarterback is kind of learning the system, they're really focused on just one read, whether it's, okay, what does the backer do? What does the safety do? After they're able to get one read down, they can kind of build on top of that and build within the system. So the good thing about Richardson is Florida's offense had a decent amount of motion and pre-snap movement to get guys out of position. So and they also did a lot of play action with Richardson as well, being the potential runner, if you will, to get defenders out of position. So I want to look at a few clips of the Louisiana offense. You kind of see what I'm talking about, and then a few clips of Richardson. We're going to use a few clips of the LSU game I actually broke down months ago that we just kind of took and put into place, and then one clip of Georgia. So again, the first few clips we're going to look at is going to be Louisiana's offense putting people in motion and creating open throws, and then we're going to see Richardson with kind of a similar throw. The next clip is going to be the Louisiana offense with some two tight end looks. You can see it, and then they're going to see some play action from Louisiana and some play actions from Richardson, and also some movement of Richardson to create space and what you could potentially see. So long story short, quarterback needs to be able to go off play action, going to be able to utilize his tight ends and take care of the football, something I didn't really talk about it all until now. Let's look at Levi Lewis's stats real quickly. I know we're about to dive into the video, but real quick, look at Lewis's stats from the past few years. He was the quarterback of Louisiana the past 3 years, the starting quarterback. His first year starting, 26 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. That's a ratio of better than 6-1, almost 7-1. 2020 was his worst year statistically, 19 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Still not bad, almost a 3-1 ratio. And then last year in 2021, 20 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, a 5-1 ratio. So quarterbacks take care of the ball. You don't have to be a super high completion percentage thrower in this offense. Of course, it helps. Then I think Richardson's superior athleticism, and Lewis was a good athlete. They utilized him in the run game. Past few seasons, he had 300 plus yards on the ground, so he was a good athlete. But I expect Richardson to have even more creativity around him because of his ability to run. So utilize the tight end, take care of the football, throw off play action, and then some creative plays around Richardson within this offense. So I know I talked way too much. I apologize. Let's get into some of the film. Again, we'll watch some Louisiana clips and then some Richardson clips. And if you like the video, just consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, like it, the video, all that fancy YouTube stuff, and we will get into the video now. So here we got some motion here against Iowa State here, and this is going to be a good way to tell what kind of defense they're in. We say it's man defense. Backer comes out here. So what this does here is it shows Levi Lewis, the current quarterback, kind of what the defense's options are, right? So you got 5 in the back box. So the most that can come is 5. You got 6v5, so you know where you kind of want to go with the ball here. So it kind of makes the read a bit more easier. So you got man. So this ends up being just a slant right here, middle of the field open. Ends up being a first down for Louisiana there. We're going to watch this other angle as well. But just a good example here of how it can simplify reads and simplify things just using a bunch of motion. I know Florida used motion last year too. But for Richardson or whoever's going to end up being the quarterback, this makes the read a lot more easier. You got a safety here, so okay, I got double slants, Unless something weird happens and there's a shift here, which there's not, then my read is to the field side here. That's exactly what happens. So again, watch Lewis. Looks real quick, turns, ball's out. Nice, easy read that is due to that motion there. It's just a good example of being able to see what the defense is doing because of the pre-snap movement. So here we're going to see motion again, and this time they can actually catch Iowa State here in a blitz. And the receiver does come open, just kind of a missed throw here. But just an example of how the pre-snap movement can lead to, opportunities, right? The ball is just behind there. We'll watch the other angle here. So again, not man coverage like the last one that they caught him in zone, but still the use of motion, the use of pre-snap movement right there. Blitz takes this spot. Receiver comes open middle of the field, just behind him. Or maybe it was tipped, but still the receiver was there. Excuse me. Take over. So 2nd and 5 here. Still Richardson's first drive when he take over. We're going to see a slant route open here. Good read. Nothing fancy about it, but just a good read, good quick delivery. LSU 6 guys in the box, 5 DBs out here. You got space right here. 1 up top safety right. So just a good read right here by Richardson on a slant to pick up the first down. We'll see space. Ball comes out. Linebacker on this side. It's exactly where the ball should go to. Good job by Richardson there. Able to get right at the 5-4 yard line there. Good read. Good quick throw by Richardson. So here we got 12 personnel. We see tight end, 1 back, motion here 2. We're going to see an incomplete pass here, but we're going to see 2 kind of deep reads and 2 shallow reads. So you got the same routes on both sides of the field here, but you're going to see just an example of what can happen here, right? So I got a little out route. This guy's obviously open. He decides to go up here, incomplete pass, but 2 tight end sets. So you're going to have options in the middle of the field. We'll watch this angle here, but again, it does simplify things. When you have a tight end that can make some plays, it makes the throw a lot easier for the quarterback. Boom, easy throw right here, right? So obviously he wasn't looking there. That he's probably looking the read side was part of the field, but just an example of that 2 tight end look. And then Richardson has the arm to make that throw if you wanted to make that throw there. But just an example of the 2 tight end look and what a good tight end can do in this offense for you, and it can help the quarterback a lot too, right? So here's a deep play action, pass here, successful play here, and I think this is where Florida could really kind of make its money here with whoever's at quarterback. But let's take the video with Richardson, right? Get the run game going, set up some deep throws like this. So let's go ahead and break this down a little bit more detail. And again, Florida has seen play action work in the past. They've seen getting their own run game going, how it can set up the pass play. So again, talking about Napier here, but we're watching. I'm basically going to call this 7 in the box, even though they're technically got it outside because their focus is coming in, right? So I'm calling it 7-ish in the box. But even with that said, your safeties are still creeping up, right? So you got 10 guys inside 10 yards or inside 9 yards essentially, and then you got 1 guy right outside 11 yards, or yeah, right at 10 yards, excuse me. Yeah, so you got 10 guys inside 8 yards, 1 guy outside 11 yards here. So you got 1 deep safety. It's really not even a deep safety, right? So you got man coverage, he takes him, and then you got no one up top there. So again, those safeties have to creep up to be close to the box because of the run game. So takeaways for the Florida quarterback here: get the run game going. Hit some of those smaller plays we talked about, right? Those quick plays with the tight end, and then the deep shots will be available off play action, and he's got to complete them deep. So Florida had so many open receivers, it seems like, when Richardson got put in, but I think it's the threat of the run game, right? So we're going to see wide open receiver come here, but let's look at how it happened. Impressive play call here. So we're going to see, watch the up top of the screen. So we're going to see he's blocking a little bit because he has the option to give it to the running back here, but he pulls it, and then he has the option to throw this sweep here, which he does, which they don't. So pulls, has that option. We're going to see he's off the screen, but this receiver here comes open because this DB goes that sweep pattern, that swing pattern. Looks, nothing there, comes around here, wide open receiver there. Is drive number 2 from Richardson. So they start off very similar to how they started last drive. Fake sweep from Richardson. Receiver coming open down the middle of the field. Again, Mullen using the threat of the run game to open up the pass game. That fake sweep. Boom. Everyone's looking here. You see this receiver. Yep, already going right here. So good job by Richardson. Good play design by Dan Mullen here, but good job to get this drive started here. And again, Richardson led Florida to another touchdown drive. Let's see, they get the first play. Wow. So I wanted to show this play here. I don't have a clip of this play from Louisiana, but something that Napier had with Lewis was an athletic quarterback that could throw, just like Richardson, an athletic quarterback that can get defenses out of position due to his legs, right? So that's a perfect example of this play here, and something that Lewis did often as well at Louisiana. So I do think you'll see some plays like this where if Richardson is the guy, he has, of course, has the ability to make the whole defense go after him, and so using that potential he has to set up plays downfield and to make easy passing plays, right? It's all about making the throwing game easier, and so if you can get the guys out of position with Richardson's legs, and you do that. Just an example that I wanted to show. So again, brief breakdown, but hopefully that gives a decent idea of what Billy Napier's offense looks like surface level, right? We didn't dive too much into detail, and then how Richardson can potentially fit into that offense. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about Richardson? What do you think about Napier's offense? How will he fit in? And what's your thoughts on the quarterback competition? We'll definitely be covering that and put out some videos of each guy as the spring rolls around. But I want to hear from you. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know if you want any other specific quarterback breakdowns. We'll see you next time on the next QB Spotlight video.